Wow, that's different. I really like that. Peychauds or Peychauds or Peychaud.
Yeah, now I'm gorgeous. Although probably fuzzier was better.
Okay, so this is not what I expected. Hey, it's Thursday, Thirsty Thursday. It's Bourbcast day. So here we are, and we're outside tonight because it's a beautiful day. Not too hot, not too humid, nothing, just wanted to come outside. The downside to being outside, though, is I am kind of at the mercy of those around me in the neighborhood. It never fails. When I have a camera outside, somebody's mowing. Somebody's mowing. Every time. I could be on location, we're making a movie, or I could be doing a video for a corporation or doing something like that. Somebody's mowing. Never fails. Or weed whacking. But it is what it is. So I want to first of all give my apologies to last week's pour, Frey Ranch. I went to high school with somebody who spelled their last name F-R-E-Y, and it was pronounced Fry, so I called it Frey Ranch. I was incorrect. It was Frey Ranch, so I'm correcting that record now. Also want to say this to Facebook. I am not selling anything in this video. They've been taking my videos down, saying that I'm violating their sales. I'm not selling anything. Now watch, I said the word sell, so they're going to go, well, you're selling something. All right, so anyhow, we're going to do the Western Reserve 4-year. Let's go ahead and get that bad boy open. I have heard mixed reviews on this. I did watch one review from a couple of guys, and their video quality was not great. But anyhow, they tasted it. They had gone through most of the bottle, and then all of a sudden decided they didn't like it. But a friend of mine went to the distillery and said that they tried several different pours, and the 4-year he thought was their best. So we're going to give that a shot. Also, somebody mentioned last week that they were going to start a drinking game for the amount of times I touched my glasses. So I'm just going to leave them on my face. I hate wearing them. The camera's a little blurry, but I'll be able to read and I'll be able to see when people are watching. So I'm just going to leave them on my face. I wouldn't want anybody to drink irresponsibly because of me. All right. So this is the Western Reserve. I do have some notes about it. This is what they say. Our small batch blended bourbon is a true work of art. We have hand selected each barrel of what we consider to be a young whiskey, 4 to 6 years of age. I would consider that a young-ish whiskey. I've had younger. And blended them with barrels that are actually 14 years old. To get the perfect blend, we use only 3 to 5 barrels for each batch, carefully handcrafting a small batch blended bourbon that meets the high standards of our master distiller. Okay, now, Western Reserve distills vodkas, gins, and some bourbons and whiskeys are distilled using 100% organic grains from Twin Parks Organic Farm, which is about 75 miles away from the distillery. I like that. I like that they're sourcing stuff locally. That's great. However, the whiskeys are evidently, hey Austin, how are you, man? Thank you for watching. However, the whiskeys are not, at this point, from their distillery. The sources that I've seen so far tell me that this is actually George Dickel distillate, which is a Tennessee whiskey. Now, this doesn't mean that it's gone through the Lincoln County process. This is that charcoal filtering. It doesn't mean it's done that. It's just their distillate. So, Tennessee whiskey has to go through the Lincoln County process in order to be called Tennessee whiskey. This is just the distillate, so it may not have gone through that process. I'm hoping it hasn't. I don't like George Dickel. At least the last time I had it, I didn't like it. I had the 12-year, didn't think it was all that. I'm not a big fan of Tennessee whiskey. I don't care for the Lincoln County process. That said, there are some Tennessee whiskeys that I can enjoy somewhat. I found a bottle of the Uncle Nearest 1884 today. I was so happy. All right, anyway. I have not found very many reviews on this product. As a matter of fact, I looked at sipwhiskey.com and they were out of stock, but this is a craft distillery, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Let's see. They have a 3,000 liter hybrid pot still with an elongated whiskey helmet and 2 distillation columns with a final condenser turning a vapor back into the liquid. All the products are twice distilled with a stripping run where we capture all the liquid off the still, and then a final run where we capture only the hearts. I can respect that. But again, it's not their juice. So what, are they talking about their gins and vodkas when they're doing that? I mean, if so, it's a great practice. I don't know. I do like this. They are thoughtful about their processes. They write this: in our distilling process, Western Reserve Distillers is keeping our carbon footprint low by capturing the hot water that comes from the distillation and reusing it to heat our mash tank, helping to keep our utility costs down. Then the mash waste, this is what I like the best. The mash waste goes back to Twin Parks Organic Farm to feed the livestock or go into compost. I like that. I mean, I'm not a big, save the planet kind of guy, but I do like that they're responsible about that mash. I mean, you don't just throw it away. I know that animals will eat it. A lot of people do that. Larry's watching. Hey, Larry, how are you? Okay, so this is the Western Reserve. This is the 4-year bourbon. Again, allegedly sourced from George Dickel. So let's give this a little bit of nose. I like the nose. There's some citrus in it. There's some caramel. Yeah, I'm getting orange. Big time. And that caramel and some honey. There is an ethanol to it. A little bit astringent, but not bad. Not bad at all. You got to kind of dig in there to get the nose. This isn't one of those that's going to just whoa, come out wafting out like a genie cloud or something. This is, you got to stick your nose down in it, But if you do, Cody's watching. Hey, Cody, how are you, man? Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. This is the Western Reserve, the 4-year. Getting some nice notes off of it. It's timid outside. It might be better inside, but outside, I kind of need to stick my schnoz down in the glass. I'm getting just a very slight rye note. Like I said, there's citrus in it, orange probably, or orange peel, caramel, honey, and just a little bit of a rye note, a rye spice, and the ethanol. But I think the nose is fine. All right. Let's get it on the palate. This is only 86 proof. And it drinks like it's only 86 proof. There's virtually no bloom on the tongue. I get a little in the back of the throat after I swallow it. The legs are longer than I got on the mouth, on the palate. It has a nice buttery mouth feel. I do like that. It drinks like it's 86 proof. It drinks like it's 80 proof. There's not a lot of complexity here. But I didn't mind the flavor. I'm going to try to give you some notes. Okay, getting a little bit of that citrus, just a little bit, not as much as on the nose, but it's there. I actually have popcorn. Popcorn. That's a first. I don't think I said that about the Dickel, but I've got popcorn. I don't like popcorn. I'm one of the few people on this earth that you're going to see that doesn't like popcorn. But in this, the popcorn flavor doesn't bother me. It's not like, it's actually rather pleasant. There's that honey note, maybe a little bit of salted caramel. I'm not getting those those rice spices on the palate at all. Hey Tom, how are you? Yo, bro. I will not tell you I don't like this. I really, I know the reviews were mixed. Oh, I touched my glasses. Somebody has to drink. I'll put them back on. Sorry. I'm not going to tell you that I love this. It's not complex, but it also isn't offensive. And I've had some that are offensive. This one is actually not bad. I think for me, the two things that it has going for it, well, three things. I really like the citrus note. That's something that's different. Not that citrus on a note is different, but the fact that this one, that's the first note I got was citrus. That's different, and I like that. Probably the biggest thing I like about this is the mouthfeel. I don't think it's unfiltered. I'll look and see what it says. It does not say that it's unfiltered. So, and I don't think it runs, like I said, I don't think it went through the Lincoln County process, because I'm catching no hint of Tennessee whiskey in here. It's got a nice sweetness to it, really. This is not a bad pour. I rather like it. Don't love it. It's not a favorite. It's not in my top 30. Now let's see if we can open it up a little bit. We're going to do a drink tonight too, so stick around for that. That's going to be fun. Yeah, water. This is National Dark and Stormy Day. Thankfully, it's not dark and stormy out here, so I could burn a fire and sit here on the porch with y'all. All right. I normally do. I don't know what that says. That's about 1 milliliter, which I think is maybe like a quarter ounce. I'd have to ask how many milliliters are in an ounce. All right, let's see what happens when we open it up. Now, the other review that I watched, they did it wrong. I joke. You drink it how you like it. There is no wrong, right? So I'm picking on them a little bit, but they went straight from neat to ice. And then they wondered why the flavors were muted on ice. When you cool it down, the flavors are muted. That's just the rules. That's why I don't always put them on ice. I'll put this one on ice. I don't think it's going to do much. 86 proof, it drinks like 80 proof. I just don't. I mean, I think the lower proof Evan Williams drinks hotter than this. I might even say Wild Turkey 81 proof drinks hotter than this. Jim Beam doesn't. Took down the proof a little too much, but the flavor's there. The butteriness is still there. Very nice flavor. I was thinking I was going to rip this one apart, just because I have heard, mixed reviews on it. I don't mind this one bit. It got sweeter with water. It's sweeter. I think more of the caramel came out, more of the sweet caramel instead of the salted caramel. It's just a nice pour. It was dark and stormy here yesterday. It was here too. Oh my gosh. I've got 2 trees down in the backyard that I got to go cut up. I've got a 3rd tree down. Okay. It happens. I'm going to put this in last year, we did a series. It's almost a year ago, like now. We did a series on beginning bourbons. And that Evan Williams was in it. And Four Roses was in it, and Four Roses, that one's got more sting to it than this one does too. Jim Beam, Wild Turkey, a bunch of them. And this I would put in that beginning bourbon spot. This one goes for $39.99. The 4-year goes for $39.99. I think the price went down on it because one of the videos I saw, it was $50, and that would be too much to pay for this. Maybe even $40 is too much to pay for this. When you can get a better pour out of Jim Beam, Wild Turkey, Evan Williams, Ezra Brooks. Yeah, definitely. The Ezra Brooks is the 90 proof, and it's like $16. The Evan Williams single barrel is a cheap one, and it's 100 proof bottled and bond. Not single barrel, bottled and bond. The single barrel is a good pour too, though. It's fine. I'm not going to tell you that it's delicious. It's decent. It's good. I will drink the rest of this bottle, not tonight. I will drink the rest of this. I just don't. It's not offensive. It's tasty. It's got some nice notes to it. I love the mouthfeel. The mouthfeel is its crowning achievement for me. Hey, Cody, you were already here. I wonder if I'm losing signal or backing up around or. Yeah. All right, so we'll do the ice test. I don't think you'll be disappointed in that pour. If you're looking for something that's a higher proof, that's got that proofy sting to it, then you won't like this. If that's your only qualifier. If because it doesn't have that sting, it doesn't have that complexity, you won't like it. But if you're going for just flavor, drinkability, this won't probably stand up in a cocktail. We're going to find out how it does on ice here. If you're going for just drinkability and something that's flavorful, yeah, this is fine. I know it's probably an insult to call a bourbon fine. It's like a woman. How's my hair? Oh, it's fine. You just lost your date for the night. How do these look on me? It's fine. It doesn't work. It doesn't work if some things, and calling a bourbon fine is probably not as great as compliment. I want to keep the label pointed at you. There we go. Now the bottle is really nice. I do like this bottle a great deal. It's an unusual bottle. There's nothing else that's like it. It's got a nice, looks like it feels like a wood top with the engraved logo. It has raised lettering here that says Western Reserve, and it looks like a bee. There's a bee on this, which is kind of cool. Don't know what the significance of that is. I didn't see anything about that anywhere online. This is just a sticker. There's nothing metal inlaid, and that's fine. The cork is real. It's not a synthetic cork. Oh, yes it is. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. So, I mean, there's definitely some pluses about this, and again, the bottle is cool looking, and what's inside it doesn't taste too bad. So I'm happy to report that, because like I said, I was ready to rip it apart. All right, so put this on ice here. Now I haven't given it a lot of time. Let's spin around, round. I want to mute those flavors out a little bit more, so I just want to make sure it gets nice and cold. Strangely enough, for the low proof, this holds up to the ice. Now, I didn't let it dilute a lot. I didn't let it get super cold, but the flavor holds up nicely with the ice. I still wouldn't put it in a cocktail. I don't think it has the flavor profile nor the strength for it. That's not to say that it won't. I mean, you could try it in your favorite cocktail, Manhattan maybe or something, and they might be okay. I mean, but if you're looking for any kind of robust cocktail, at 86 proof that drinks lower than that, it's just not going to do it for you. However, the flavor holds up nicely on ice, which is another nice surprise. There are some that just fall apart on ice, and this one didn't. It's got a really nice flavor, actually. I'm not going to complain. Okay. I'm going to have to do a little... Oh, no. Okay, I did bring out my other glass. All right, so dark and stormy. Let me give you the lowdown on the dark and stormy. You need a Collins glass for this. Gosling's has declared June 9th as International Dark and Stormy Day to commemorate the cocktail's history, trademark, and popularity. Today it remains the drink of choice of the global boating and sailing community and is regarded as one of the most requested classic cocktails, which is interesting because until recently I'd never heard of it. Additionally, I'm still learning a lot. You guys probably know more than me. I'm still learning. I'm a bourbon steward, but that doesn't mean I'm a mixologist. I'm learning. Let's see. June 9th marks the 41st anniversary of the Dark and Stormy trademark. It's a drink that's trademarked, the drink is one of only a few trademarked cocktails in the world. Excuse me. And it was the first cocktail introduced into the Institute of Cocktail Excellence. Now, why do they call it, hey Joe, how are you? Glad you're watching. Why do they call it a dark and stormy? Well, we'll just go into that a little bit. A member of the Gosling family that was well known for making spirits was sailing from England to Virginia in 1806. But due to the lack of wind, which is a problem I don't seem to have. You won't get politics here, you won't get world news, but you will get the occasional fart joke, okay? Okay. So due to the lack of wind, he ended up docking his ship in Bermuda instead. Bermuda's nice. There he continued his family's tradition and developed a Gosling's rum. Several years later, British naval officers created ginger beer as a way to ease seasickness and mix the beverage with Gosling's rum. As a matter of fact, I learned about the stomach-settling persuasion of ginger when I was in Hawaii, 8 years ago? Is that right? Crap, that was 8 years ago. Is that right? No, 6 years ago. Good night. Anyway, we were taking a helicopter ride over the volcano on the Big Island, and I was worried that there are no doors on the helicopter. We had them take the doors off. So, but anyhow, I was worried that I don't do well in certain motion sickness situations, so they gave me a ginger candy, like a lozenge to chew on. And that's when I learned about how that helps with seasickness and things like that. And I swear by it now. I got ginger in the refrigerator. It's delicious. Okay, anyway. So it is said that a sailor commented that the drink looked like the color of a cloud only a fool or a dead man would sail under. The name Dark and Stormy was born sometime around the end of World War I. At one point, Gosling's trademarked the Dark and Stormy, which means legally it should only be made with their rum, and that's what we're going to do. So, we're going to make this Dark and Stormy. For this, it's good to, you can stir it if you want to, but what they're showing is that it's more elegant to try to layer it. So I'm going to try to layer this bad boy. So it takes 3 ounces of ginger beer. I did not bring my measuring out here. I didn't bring a jigger. So I'm going to wing it. I'm going to probably go about 50-50. All right, so this is the Gosling's ginger beer. Now, interestingly enough, the island of Bermuda has what they call the Bermuda's favorite soft drink. It's the choice for an authentic Dark and Stormy, and it's called Barrett's. The Gosling's registered trademark drink doesn't mention Barrett's. Instead, they want you to use the Gosling's ginger beer, non-alcoholic soft drink with a refreshing zip of ginger. Now, there's some tips here for you. Make sure you're using dark rum for this recipe, one that is rich and flavorful, and preferably from the Caribbean will be best. You want to give this cocktail some oomph, and white rum, even aged rum that's golden, will not create the same background notes. Don't use a spiced rum in dark and stormy like Captain Morgan. The ginger beer already has the spice profile covered, and there's no need to repeat it. In fact, it produces a pretty bad drink. So we're going to do it the way they tell us to do it. It's not a heavy drink. Gosling's is only 80 proof. And although many recipes call for lime wedges and lime juice to be used, if you want to drink this in the true Bermudan style, leave the lime out. Okay. Yep, all right. So we're going to try this here. I'm going to guess that's about 3 ounces. Oh, let's go a little more, since we're going to try to layer this. Well, we'll set it out here since it's the product. All right, and Gosling's Black Seal 80 proof Bermuda Black Rum. I've never had this, so I am going to try it. Excuse me. That's actually interesting. It's quite. I can't decide if I like it. Definitely some chocolate notes, coffee notes. It's not sweet. It reminds me a little bit of the stuff from Thank You Wrong with a little more. What? Huh? What? The Jamaican rum, the Appleton Estate rum, is kind of like this. It's not very sweet. Anyway, okay. So I'm going to very gently try to pour this in. Hey, that's pretty nice right there. Look at that. That's pretty. I made a pretty drink. Now, like they say, you can stir it, but I'm not going to, because it's pretty. Now, at this point, this drink is done, according to the actual recipe from Gosling's. That said, I did bring out a lime, because one person online that I read said that they thought it was delicious with lime. So, we'll find out. Oh, I didn't bring a knife out. Maybe we won't find out. Duh. Ooh, that is tasty. I'm not a huge fan of ginger beer. I do like a mule. That's a very tasty ginger beer. That may be the tastiest ginger beer I've ever had. That one I like. That's very nice. All right, we're going to try to make this work. Let's see if I can get the peel off of this. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to go all animalistic. Since I didn't bring a knife out. That should be enough. No, it isn't. I got juice out of it. I thought it was enough, and it isn't. All right, let's try that. Turn it upside down. Just try to squeeze the stuffing out of it. All I'm going to get is about a 1/4 ounce out of that anyway, which is about what I want. I still don't understand what you're saying, Tom. I have no idea what you're trying to tell me. Clarify or give up. All right. I know that lime juice is just sitting on top, but hopefully it'll kind of mix in as I tip it back. I don't know that the lime added anything to it. It's tasty. I do like it. I'm going to try to do a little more. A little more lime. All right. Next time, Casey, don't forget your knife, your knife. I've got trash. All right. One more try. Okay. Adding a lot of lime juice does kind of balance it out a little bit. I don't think it needs it. It's pretty good without it. So if you want to try something different, try a dark and stormy. Ginger beer is the way to go about it. Don't use ginger ale. And then this black rum is a pretty decent black rum. It's got some interesting notes, coffee and chocolate, which is a little bit different than your spiced rums and your bamboo and some of the other rums. It's just got a nice flavor to it. You know, for what it is. I don't know if that it's one that I'm going to want to drink just as it is, like I would the bamboo or the Captain Morgan or some of those other ones. To me, it's a little bit more harsh, if that's a good word. It makes a great drink, but it's okay. It's not very sweet. And one of the things about rums, and I know I touched my glasses again, but this is the last time. One of the things about rums is you got either or. There are rums that add sugar to their mix, and there's some that don't. And Appleton is one that doesn't. And I find that I kind of prefer the ones that do. And one of the reasons I drink bourbon and not other drinks is because there's no sugar in it. So when I find myself drinking bamboo or Captain Morgan or the Kraken, they're sweeter, there's sugar added, and I actually do like those better than like Appleton Estate, which is probably a more pure rum, and they don't add sugar to it, but it ought to have some sugar in it. If you're a rum drinker, you probably have an opinion on it that's stronger than mine. And I don't know a lot about rum. I haven't gotten into it really heavy. My favorite rum is one from Castro's estate, which I got gifted by a guy who went to Cuba and brought me some. It was delicious. But I don't know if they put sugar in that or not. It's just, I mean, just a pint was $1 in Cuba. It was really good. Anyway, so hey, thank you for watching. Roger's watching. Roger, we're just getting done. 7:30, dude. 7:30 is when we start. Thank you for tuning in. I wish I could keep going, but I'm running out of stuff to say. Check us out every Thursday, 7:30. We're on Instagram. I've got the blog at beautifulbourbon.com. I'm continually putting new stuff up there. It's the same as what you're seeing now, but I write down my notes as well as some other stuff. And then, of course, here on Facebook, and slowly but surely on other platforms as well. So thank you for watching. Hey, yeah. You got to come do this with me sometime, dude. It's summertime. It's gorgeous outside. You got to come do this. Be a part of it. Tell me something you want to try, and we'll try it. All right? Cool. Guys, thank you so much. We will see you next week. Let me check the calendar, see if there's anything that's going on. Hold on. Hold on. The ultimate calendar here says that I'm on the wrong month. All right, so yesterday was Name Your Poison Day and World Gin Day. I should have done one that day. World Gin Day 1. There's 2 in 2022. Let's see. And then tomorrow is AA Day. We're not going to celebrate that one. Some people may need to. I actually have a friend of mine that's in rehab right now. He's in the right place. So say a prayer for him. Let's see. So dark and stormy day today. So okay, that's where the discrepancy is. There are 2 World Gin Days listed. One was yesterday, one is tomorrow. There's something going on. Somebody's not keeping good notes. But World Gin Day is this week, either yesterday or tomorrow. So Saturday. I don't think I'm going to do another Bourbcast for World Gin Day. We kind of have done that already, and I've run through my quotient of gins. And then there's another one. World Gin Day 1 was scheduled to be on the 8th. World Gin Day 2 is on the 11th, and World Gin Day 3 is on the 13th, Monday. Somebody needs to fire their secretary and get a new one. All right. Bourbon Day is on Tuesday the 14th. That also happens to be Old Fashioned Day. I don't think we'll do anything then, but we'll come back on Thursday the 16th, and maybe we'll do an old fashioned that day. I mean, I do a lot of old fashions, but maybe I'll come up with a different one. I'll look for a special recipe and do something different. In the meantime, thank you for tuning in. I do appreciate it. I had a blast. I hope you did too. This bourbon, this Western Reserve, the 4-year is not bad. Somebody online said the 14 was really good. The 14-year is really good, which is what this is blended with. That gets pricey. I don't know that I'm willing to spend that money to try out that scenario. This is $40. That seems a lot for an 86 proof that doesn't drink like an 86 proof. The flavors are there. It's tasty. That's as far as I'm going to go with this one. It's probably going to sit on the shelf for a while. Just because other people may want to try it. It's a good one for first timers. So there you go. All right, guys. We will see you next Thursday. I don't know what I'm opening. I will try to post a picture before Thursday this time so you get an idea what we're going to open. And you can make a decision as to whether or not you're going to try to go find it. I'll try to pick something that's easy to find. How's that? That way it's not hard for you to be a part of the Bourbcast. All right. We will see you next week. Thank you again, and take care, and have a fine weekend.